What's up, YouTube? This has been Macintosh back again for another DVD review. You may be wondering, Ben, you're reviewing some films that are in 15, 40 packs, and you don't have much to talk about it. You're not going through the plot that well. Well, I'm going to tell you why. It's in a 40, 15, 50 pack for a reason. It's because they're not the greatest, and they're not easy to follow. So I'm going to talk about two films today. One, I can give you the entire plot about, and a bonus film, which will be on a 15 pack, coincidentally, today. Because it was harder to follow, and I didn't really care that much for it, so I'm just going to throw it in as a bonus. That's how things are going to work. If it's anything above like a 6 pack, you are going to see it along with another feature film. But this triple feature, I am going to talk about one on here. I have not watched the rest of them yet. But we have Carny, the Hellhound, and Rise of the Gargoyles. The one I'm talking about today is Carny. I thought it was going to be about Carnies, like the people actually working there, the Carnies being the killers, but no, it's called a Jersey Devil. It's like a demon that this Carny has taken as part of its freak show. And it's terrorizing this town headed by Lou Diamond Phillips. And basically, the Jersey Devil breaks out of its cage, starts wreaking havoc on not only the townspeople, but the actual workers of the freak show. And the sidekick there is teaming up with the sheriff to try and stop this Jersey Devil. And the preacher is kind of like one of those preachers that's like, we must save this town from this demon, this thing, these abominations brought to our town. That kind of guy. Because his son is killed the first night by the Carny. By this Jersey Devil thing. The son is killed. However, the head of this place is trying to keep this thing alive because he's supposed to make a lot of money off of it. That's not good. And I think there's a cool part where the preacher cuts out one of the Carny's tongues. And that was the part I'm like, yeah, get him, preacher. Then he continues to try to burn down the rest and try to kill the other Carnies. That's not cool. We didn't like that. But the Carny comes, kills the preacher, kills a bunch of people, and then Lou Diamond Phillips kills himself and the Carny at the end. They really should have called this thing Jersey Devil, I think, or Devil. Something like that instead of Carny, because really, it's a misleading title. But definitely a really good flick. For a sci-fi flick, anyway. It's part of the Man-Eater series, and this is what I'm talking about. Compared to Behemoth, this thing is pretty awesome. Because, the gore, the special effects, it's all pretty decent. The Jersey Devil looks really cool. And the acting is pretty decent in it, and it's a pretty good flick. So definitely go and check that out. Carny, pretty good. You can probably see it on Sci-Fi easier than you can find the DVD, so I would suggest watching it on Sci-Fi Channel. Now that I've talked about that, I'm going to talk about my little bonus DVD I've thrown in here. It's on a 15 Hitchcock film pack. It's called Juno and Paycock, about a man and wife. They're in Ireland. It's really hard to follow, but this is what I got out of it. One of their relatives died, and they were supposed to get a bunch of money, so they haven't got the money yet, so they bought a bunch of stuff and were supposed to pay for it later. And when they couldn't get the money, everything's taken away from them. It takes an hour and 50 minutes to explain that. I could have told you that in like an hour. But it's one of Hitchcock's earlier films. It's like from 1930. So, it was like Hitchcock getting a grip on his film career. But no, it's you can tell it's a Hitchcock film. It's a little weird though because it has a lot of Irish references that really, if you're not from Ireland, you wouldn't know. But pound for pound, it's a pretty decent flick. I don't know any of the actors in these from the 30s, but it was definitely pretty cool. Pretty cool movie. Went by pretty quickly. There was a lot of weird stuff in the film, but pretty much what I said describes the entire film. But I want to go back and say a couple more words about Carny, because I just went ahead and threw that little in as a bonus. But yeah, this film, Carny, you should definitely watch it, because I'm going to go back and talk a little more about the deaths Like this thing senses blood, and it comes and it'll like pick people up. There's this one character. This is why I wanted to go back and talk about this a little bit more. He survives, like he's with the preacher's son, and he lives through that experience. And then when his mom is trying to drive him to the town, he is taken from the car and flown away, and his mom is picked up too. That was definitely did not see that coming. I thought that character had one of the worst luck ever, because I mean he survived the first night, was emotionally scarred, and then only to get taken away in a car. But yeah, for a sci-fi flick, definitely good. Check out Carny, and if you ever find this 15 Hitchcock film pack, pick it up. I think the best one on here I've already watched, and I can't remember enough to do a review on it. But it is which one is it on here? The Man Who Knew Too Much. That one was awesome. My girlfriend bought this thing, and I would have just bought it for the Man Who Knew Too Much. It's an awesome movie, really easy to follow, and really cool. Hitchcock did an amazing job with it. So yeah, this has been my review of Carny and the Man Who Knew Too Much. My review of Carny and Juno and Paycock. This has been Macintosh signing off. Watch it, love it, and enjoy it. Check you later.